Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're looking at something, something I think we can all relate to. Sadness. Specifically, how one person, someone named Nora, navigated a day just filled with it.
Yeah, and our source is this really quite personal story she shared, actually.
Right, on an English language learning platform, of all places.
hmm And what's so interesting, I think, is how this simple account of a sad day gives us these profound insights
Insights into what
into
exactly?
how we process emotions, really, the power of connection to, and some very practical self-care things. It's a chance to unpack what it means to actually acknowledge feelings, not just, push them away.
Okay, let's get into it then. Our mission here isn't just about the story, but what you can take away, how we
Yeah.
can all approach those quiet, gray days.
Understanding them, maybe, rather than just fighting them.
Exactly. So Nora's story starts. It's morning, and it's gray, really gray.
She paints quite a picture, doesn't she? No sun, no blue sky, even the birds are quiet.
And she feels tired, slow, not happy, not strong. She just stays in bed a bit longer.
And it makes you wonder, how often do we really pause and notice those first signs? The physical cues, the environment mirroring the mood.
That's a good point.
Her experience really shows that feelings, well, they often just happen. We don't choose them. But understanding them, that's something we can learn.
So she gets up, goes to the mirror,
Yeah.
no smile,
Mm.
even saying good morning, Nora, to herself. Her voice is low.
That lack of energy, it's palpable.
She makes tea, but nope, doesn't taste good.
That loss of enjoyment. Anhedonia, sometimes we call it. Simple pleasures just fading.
Yeah, then she just sits on the sofa, doesn't turn on the TV, no music, just looks at the wall.
Feeling empty.
Completely empty, doesn't want to do anything. No cleaning, no talking, no walking, just nothing.
And that withdrawal, the lack of motivation, it's such a clear behavioral sign of how sadness can manifest. It's not just in your head, it's physical,
No.
tangible.
Later that morning, she looks out the window again, and she sees people outside. They're laughing, talking.
Right. Life going on is normal out there.
But inside her room, she just feels alone, completely isolated. No one calls, no one knocks.
That contrast is so sharp, isn't it? The world seems vibrant, but your internal experience is just disconnected. It really highlights that feeling of isolation.
So she picks up her phone, but she doesn't actually want to text anyone.
No, instead she does something else.
Yeah, she looks at old photos, her family, friends from back home.
And that triggers something.
Big time. She suddenly realizes how much she misses them. Her mom's voice, her friends' jokes, the sounds of home.
That longing for connection, for familiarity.
In her room, even though it's clean and quiet, it just doesn't feel warm, doesn't feel like home anymore.
It feels cold, empty.
She ends up hugging a pillow, just sitting by the window. She doesn't cry, but she says her heart feels really heavy.
That physical sensation again.
Lonely, a little lost. And then she whispers something to herself.
What does she say?
Nora, it's okay, you're just having a sad day.
Okay, that is such a key moment.
Right. Actually saying it,
Yeah.
acknowledging it.
Absolutely. From a psychological standpoint, that whisper, it's huge. It's self-compassion in action. It's what we might call emotional validation.
So not fighting it.
Exactly. Not judging herself, like, why do I feel this way, or I shouldn't feel sad. Just accepting it. I feel sad, and that's okay right now. It's often the very first step toward, feeling a bit better eventually. Creates a little space.
Okay, so the afternoon comes. She looks at her phone again.
And this time...
There's a message from her friend Anna. Just, hi Nora, how are you today?
an opening.
But Nora hesitates again. Doesn't really want to answer.
That resistance. It's so understandable when you're feeling low, isn't it? That pull to just stay withdrawn.
But then she thinks,
Yeah.
well, maybe talking is okay. Maybe it'll help.
And she takes that step, overcome the inertia. That's often the hardest part.
She does. She texts back, hi Anna, I don't feel so good today. I feel a little sad.
Wow, honest and direct.
And Anna's reply, instant and just, full of empathy. Oh, Nora, I'm here for you. Do you want to talk?
That's a wonderful response. No judgment, just presence.
Nora says yes. They get on a call. Anna asks, what's wrong?
And Nora's answer.
It's simple. I don't know. I just feel slow, tired, and lonely.
No big dramatic reason needed, just that state of being.
And Anna's reaction here is really interesting.
What does she do? Does she try to cheer her up? Fix
Yeah.
it?
She just listens And then she says, I understand. I feel that way sometimes too. It's normal.
Oh, that validation. It's normal. So
Yeah.
powerful. Not trying to fix, just connecting,
Huh.
understanding.
They only talk for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Not about anything huge, just small stuff.
But the impact.
Yeah, after the call, Nora says she feels lighter. Not, suddenly happy-go-lucky, but
Better. Definitely better.
yeah. She even smiles a little bit, tells Anna, thank you, Anna, that helps.
It just shows, doesn't it, the incredible impact of simple, non-judgmental listening. Just being heard, being understood. Even for a short while, it can genuinely shift your internal state.
It disrupts the isolation.
Exactly. That social connection, it's like medicine almost. It calms the nervous system.
So after the call with Anna, Nora sits quietly for a bit.
Processing, maybe.
Maybe. The room is still quiet, but she notes it doesn't feel quite so cold now.
Interesting. That subtle shift.
And then she talks to herself again. Says, Nora, it's okay to feel sad.
Uh-huh.
You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are human.
Ah, there it is again. But stronger this time. It's like she's actively reframing the experience.
Reframing? How so?
Well, she's challenging those negative self-judgments that often creep in with sadness. The I'm lazy for not doing anything, or I'm weak for feeling this way.
Right.
Instead, she's saying, no, this is part of being human. That shift from self-criticism to self-compassion, it's fundamental for building resilience, accepting the feeling as valid, not a character flaw.
Okay, so this leads her to actually do something.
Yeah.
A small, kind thing for herself.
Mm-hmm. Practical self-care. What does she do?
First, a warm shower. She focuses on the feeling, the water being soft and nice, closes her eyes, breathes slowly.
Engaging the senses. Using warmth and water for comfort. Very grounding.
Then she puts on her favorite sweater, a soft one. Says it makes her feel safe.
Again, sensory input, texture, comfort, safety. These aren't huge gestures, but they're deliberate acts of nurturing.
She plays some soft music too. Doesn't dance or sing, just sits and listens. And she notes, that is enough.
That's beautiful. Recognizing that small acts are sufficient. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture, just gentle engagement. These things activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, which counteracts stress.
She makes lunch. Simple rice and eggs.
Okay.
But she puts it on a nice plate, lights a small candle, and tells herself, you deserve this, Nora.
Creating a small ritual. Elevating a simple meal into an act of self-worth. I love that.
She eats slowly. No phone. Just eating quietly.
Mindful eating. Being present.
And she says for the first time that day, she feels just a little bit calm.
See, it's the cumulative effect. These small, intentional acts, they build on each other. It's not about forcing happiness, but gently inviting calm into the sadness, grounding herself in the present moment.
So evening comes. Nora gets her notebook, sits by the window again.
Mm-hmm.
Sky's still gray, but she notices the clouds look soft now.
A slight shift in perception, perhaps.
Maybe. She opens a clean page and she writes,
What does she write down?
today I feel sad, but I don't hide it. I talk to a friend. I take care of myself. And that is enough.
Wow, that's processing. That's integrating the day's experience.
She looks at her handwriting, feels honest, feels kind.
That act of writing, it externalizes the thoughts and feelings. It helps make sense of them, confirms her own agency. She did things, she responded. And that phrase, that is enough, it's powerful self-validation.
She closes the notebook, looks outside again. Streetlights are on now, people walking home.
The day is ending.
She puts her hand on her heart, smiles just a little, and whispers, tomorrow is a new day, and maybe tomorrow will feel better.
That quiet hope, not demanding it, just allowing for the possibility.
Then she turns off the light, lies down, and whispers one last thing. Good night, Nora. You do your best today.
Acknowledging her effort. That's so important.
She finishes her story saying, today was not a happy day, but that's okay. Sometimes we feel sad, sometimes we feel tired. That's normal. That's life.
And that acceptance right there is the core insight, isn't it? Sadness isn't something to be eliminated, but understood as a normal part of being human, like the weather. It changes. That, combined with recognizing she did her best, that's genuine resilience. It's wisdom.
So thinking about this whole story, what does it really mean for you listening? Nora's journey through her sad day, it's a reminder, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That feelings, even the tough ones, they aren't permanent. They're transient. They shift and change.
And really highlights how important it is to just acknowledge them, not fight them off.
Acknowledge them, yes. And reach out, even when it feels hard. That connection makes such a difference. And those small, deliberate acts of kindness towards yourself.
Self-compassion.
Exactly. There isn't some magic wand for sadness. It's more about, well, human understanding, human care. For others and for yourself.
Yeah, this deep dive really drives home that it is okay to feel sad. It doesn't mean you're lazy or weak.
It just means you're human.
And sometimes talking to a friend, taking that small step to care for yourself, like Nora said, sometimes that is enough.
So maybe a question for you to think about is this. The next time you find yourself in one of those quiet, gray moments, what's one small, kind, intentional thing you could do just for yourself?
Or who could you maybe reach out to? Even just for, 10 or 15 minutes like Nora did with Anna.
Knowing now just how much of a difference that simple connection might make.